Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and today we're going to talk about Amazon, and some big rumours are coming out of Amazon, and it will be very important to see because Amazon are actually reporting earnings this week. I believe it's Thursday, and we might actually get a confirmation whether or not these rumours are true on Thursday, but it is very exciting news. And when I invested into this company, I didn't invest solely in for this reason, but I thought, okay, this is maybe one possibility that does happen. If it doesn't, I'm fine. But to hear some of these rumours starting to come back out, it looks very positive for the company, and I hope these rumours actually do happen. And like I say, Thursday might be the time we get some confirmation on this rumour. If you could smash the like button if you are new, subscribe. If you do want to join the Patreon, the link is in the description. On there we do some private live streams, we do Q&As, we do portfolio reviews, there's a Discord, there's buy and sell alerts, and it's only £5 a month. It's pretty good, even if I do say so myself. So if you do want to join, that link's in the description, as well as some brokers if you want to start getting investing, like free trade, and if you join through there you also get a free share, which is really good. And actually today on Patreon we actually covered cash piles, and we also covered the Tesla earnings as well, and there was a Q&A at the end, and it was about 45 minutes long. So like I say, if you do want to join that, link is in the description. But I was thinking about, do I talk about Amazon or do I talk about skills today? And I decided to go with Amazon, and I might talk about skills maybe tomorrow because that stock is doing phenomenal, and if you did buy the dip, congratulations. But Amazon, now I think you can guess what time this rumor came out at. If you look at the share price or stock chart yesterday, you can see kind of chilling along, and boom, now this is when the rumor came out. Now if you don't know what the rumor is, it is this. The rumor is, and if it happens it will be huge, Amazon are considering doing a stock split. Now basically what that can do is it just keeps the company value the exact same, but the shares come lower down, as the shares are basically split into different segments depending on how, the size of the split. We saw this very similar happen with Apple last year, and we actually saw this very similar with Tesla at the start, last year. So both of them companies, Tesla and Apple, were two companies that did something very similar, and we'll look at them too very shortly. Now I think Amazon actually haven't done a stock split since like the year 2000. I think they've only ever done 3 in their history, and a lot of it's not really happened that much for a very long time, because what has happened is retail investors normally, obviously the small investors, can't afford that many shares if your stock is, say, 3,000 for example. They could buy a small amount, whereas if they can buy more, averaging more, it'll be more attractive to them. Now we haven't had that problem that much over recent years because trading, investing has come cheaper through brokers. The days where you had to phone up a broker, where where if you wanted to make a trade, the trades were nearly £20 for a trade or anything like that. It's a lot cheaper, and it's a lot cheaper to average in, and also we have the ability of fractional shares. But even so, I think at some point, when shares do go higher and higher, it's always good to make them a little bit cheaper, I think. And obviously Amazon have seen what I believe, what Tesla did, what Apple's done, and think, we could do this. But I think the reason why probably Amazon have held it off compared to the other companies is obviously we've had a management change, and I think like what would be very good is that obviously Jeff Bezos steps away, and obviously everyone's like unsure, but then a share split might be okay. The new management's actually doing quite well here. We like this move. So yeah, this was the news that Amazon stock split speculation sends shares higher. There's rumours that there is going to be a share split. Obviously, I think there's always some truth at some point behind a few of these rumours, or there's something there, and it could come as early as Thursday when we report earnings. What also is very interesting is that the move would push Jeff Bezos ahead of Elon Musk as the world's richest person. I always thought Jeff Bezos would want to do that. I think he does appreciate that role, and likes having that title, so we'll see exactly what happens. But another thing that would be very important, because of the current size of what Amazon is the share split would work very well for it, because it would then allow Amazon to join the down. So that would be very interesting, because we saw what impact that had on the share. Fundamentally, it shouldn't. This shouldn't happen. It shouldn't stock split shouldn't really move a stock price up. And if it went into the Dow, very much like Tesla, that got in, could go into the S&P 500, that was what really caused another jump in the share price. And very much like Amazon, we could see something very similar, that if Amazon's joining the Dow, that might help the shares go up a little bit anyway. So yeah. Now, if we do have a look at Tesla, for example, what you can see here is what the benefits of announcing the share split was. Obviously, it had a pretty good 2019, 2020, but a lot of this period here, a lot of this came from the S&P inclusion. A lot of this came from the share split news, and yeah, we had the stock jump from like a 300 billion market cap company to a 500 billion market cap on the news of a share split, and also the S&P 500 inclusion. And Apple was very similar. Apple never used to trade at a P ratio of like 36. It always used to be a kind of like a 20p ratio. But once again, you can see this is, I believe it was somewhere around here, where Apple announced they were going to do their share split as well. And once again, the stock has gone on a good run after the share split. And I think, I don't expect Amazon, it's quite a big company now, but the good thing was Amazon, you look at Amazon, it's actually it did a bit of a flat period, and then it had a bit of a rally, but once again, we're kind of, the Amazon valuation isn't that much right now, and it's not like Amazon's been on a crazy run. The stock really, since July time, we're coming up to nearly a year now, hasn't done much. And the actual valuation on Amazon is actually pretty good now. The P ratio is 81. This company used to trade at like a crazy P ratio, and even like a forward P ratio is something like a 50 or a 60 forward P ratio. And yeah, you look at this now and you think, we've had a little bit of a jump in the share price recently. I think I'm up a little bit on this position right now, but I think if the news did come out that, first of all, if there was a share split, I think obviously that would rally up. I think as well, it is quite a hefty price now, and I think for the retail investors as well, I think that they would like the news as well. So I think if the news did come out, I do believe the stock would react positively off the news. I think that it would also be better. I think at some point, 3,400 is a lot. It would be better to have the share price lower. I mean, I don't know exactly what the split would be. I mean, something around about, I was going to say $300 would be. I think $300 would be good. So yeah, you probably do a 10 split then, I guess, if you were wanting somewhere around there. So that would be pretty good if they were to announce that. But yeah, I think from this point of view, I saw someone say a while ago that this is actually priced in. But for me, the stock has done nothing for a year. And, when everyone else, Apple and Tesla, were announcing they were going to do a stock split, Amazon was like, they were like, oh, is Amazon going to be the next one? And it never did. And, some people said it's priced in, but realistically, I don't think that's priced in. So I think if it was to come out that they were going to do a stock split, even though it shouldn't really do that much, I think the value that Amazon's sitting at, with it being flatlined, the growth being good, the valuation being cheap, I would expect Amazon to push into the $4,000 range if we saw the stock split announced, and then we actually saw an inclusion that it was going to go into the Dow as well. And like I said, it was something that I always invested in Amazon because I was like, it's such a solid company. It's actually a decent valuation now. It's very calm at the moment. But I always thought one thing that would maybe send the stock up a little bit is that if they did have a stock split and the share price did come down, because I think the retail investors would get a little bit excited about that. And yeah, I always say, I don't know how much actually it should move up in value because of a stock split, because it's not changing the fundamentals of the company at all. It just really benefits more of the retail investors. And like I said, it's been a while. I think the last time Amazon had a stock split, it was the year 2000 or something. Obviously we had the dot-com bubble kind of around that period as well, and yeah, compared to a lot of companies, it's been on a good run. The share prices, since the year 2000 has gone up, shall we say, a fair amount. So yeah, it would, in my opinion, it is a good move. It's a move that I hope they do at some point. And like I say, Thursday might be the point that we do hear something. I just think it it's very suspicious that it has come out now with earnings on Thursday. I think someone might have got a little bit of a lead that this could happen. So yeah, I mean, we'll have a better idea on Thursday, I guess. I mean, if they announce it, great, and if someone maybe asks it in the Q&A, we'll see what happens, and yeah, maybe they just ignore it altogether. But hopefully, like I said, in my opinion, I hope it does happen. But it could be a good little move for Amazon anyway. But yeah, I thought I'd make this video today, talk about it. It was a very interesting story, and we'll probably talk more about it on Thursday, hopefully, and see what happens there. But hope you enjoyed it. If you could, smash the like button. If you are new, subscribe. We'll see what happens with earnings tonight. I think it's like AMD, Microsoft, Pinterest, I believe. So we might have a video on them potentially. If not, then we might have a video on skills. We'll see what exactly happens. We'll have a good idea by the evening. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.